writing. And I've chosen to write about texting in the local language. My question is, how does the texter's mentality affect their use of slang or vocabulary? So to begin with, English has been around for as long as this country has been. So 50 years ago, and it was decided that English is going to be the common language, the ground language that everyone will be. But due to many of us at the time, we may not be the most educated people, so they tend to talk with each other in their own native tongue, and they start to swap words, and they start to replace certain words that they can't explain or do not know how to use with words of their own, and therefore with all the fusion and mixture of grammar, English has been born. So if you look at an example of a very Singaporean style texting, which is very curt, and they will also omit certain verbs, certain words. So, for example, you confirm bus 140 goes to bus stop 081371. Check again, please. So it's very curt. Usually you say, can you confirm? But he just omitted the can you confirm? You can, an example, you also say, or send me location also can. Instead of, you can also send me the location. So it's very shortened, it's also abrupt sounding. And so a quote by Tessa Wong from BBC News is that Singapore is known for its efficiency and Singlish is military. It's colourful, it's snappy. You don't have a coffee, you really will be. And if someone asks you to join in for a meal, but you've already had dinner, you simply say eat already. And the interesting thing about this phrase, I've been looking at it for a while and I've been trying to dissect it. So this is grammatically incorrect in English, but if you look at it from a Chinese or Hokkien standpoint, it is very grammatically correct because it reads as chill, which is just literally I'm eating. And so, known as the hub of convenience, we are effective in practically everything, including the way we communicate. So we have some useless words such as is, would, are, shall, and could, and should. You don't hear a Singaporean tell you, shall we go eat? Instead of using, want to go eat? It's very curt.
Hello, Miss Uncle George. Jamie Oliver making egg fried rice. It's an absolute classic. And I've got 2 seconds into video and I already see saucepan. Hiya. Where your wok? Jamie, where your wok?
I go in with 1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Olive oil for egg fried rice? Who used olive oil for egg fried rice?
And get them sizzling straight away.
No, you don't sizzle spring
You
onions.
can hear it sizzling.
You hear sizzling, I hear my ancestors cry.
I have this thing at home all the time now, chili jam.
What are you doing with chili jam? Let's see.
Brilliant for cooking. It's got heat, but it's also got the sweetness and it's going to be glazed.
No. Putting jam in rice. Jamie is professional chef. All the steps he messed up. Does this guy hate rice or something?
So you notice there are certain words that he completely removed, such as is and he says Jamie is professional chef. He completely omitted the So for the sake of speed and convenience, these things are removed. And we are also very phonetically based. So if you put the can at front and you use a very different sort of intonation and different word at the end, it can mean very, very different things. And that is also the reason why we are considered to be a very different kind of animal. Because that's the reason why English is so unique slang, because it's unlike any other slang that the ones I've seen. So we're efficient and it reflects in our language. So what about those people unaffected by English? And I am the standing example who is not affected by slang. So personally, I will put my opinion up now first, is that there's the appeal of more words. So there's this phrase, brevity is the soul of wit, which means less can be more. At the same time, less doesn't mean more in some cases. For example, you cannot exactly summarize the full meaning of an entire paragraph into a single sentence. some meanings will be lost, some things will be lost in translation, and you will have to remove a certain impact of more words when it comes to having to narrow it down in text. And so, example, this one, don't laugh, I'm sorry. The example, there's this little thing called blackout poem. So they take a page and they black out the words and you read the poem. So it says, people passing in sleeping cities after hours of stillness. There is romance in the black hours. So there are 16 words here, very nicely done, very simple and very impactful in a very emotional way. And then there's this.
So quite suddenly got people walking outside. This time so not very romantic.
Yes, no, I did not expect, thank you. So, in comparison, 16 words, okay? This one has 16 words, this one has 13 words. This is more concise, but at the same time, the feeling is lost. You can't translate that kind of feeling. Which is why, personally, I don't use slang, because if possible, I want to express what I want to express exactly the way I need it, without having to own it anything. And so another thing is that English takes time. So, and I'll give you another example of why it takes time. Because if you look at the left and right, the context is a bit weird, I know, but it's still English related, so I want to be perfect. If you look at the left, it's very simple, and they explain very clearly and timely. And then there's a person on the right, which will be how I would express, the punctuation or whatever. And you see this is a big word that they use, which I like to use for an example. Plosiveness. How do you explain plosiveness in English? You can't, it's very difficult. I've tried asking people, how do you explain plosiveness in English? It's just look at me. They can't do it. They can't do it. So English, as much as it is very good, there are certain things that you just cannot summarize. So another thing, some people just really don't like English because they find it very controversial, which can be true in certain cases, but at the same time, at least for me, I believe professionalism comes from how you work. But it doesn't have to be really used. Because my boss also sometimes uses English, and I think it's completely fine. He's very polite about it. But unfortunately, for most cases, conversation implies we try to avoid this for the sake of keeping things more common amongst everyone. Because not everyone uses that kind of slang, and what if we have people from overseas? So we also have to consider all these things. Which is why most of us cannot imagine sending English text or emails to our boss. But then again, they themselves will send it back in English and at the bottom, sent from iPhone. So when it comes to English, there are many different styles. This is Royal Dow, first picture. So it says you can have a wonky nose and a crooked mouth and a double chin instead of teeth. But if you have good thoughts, it will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always be good. So it's very descriptive. And then there's William Shakespeare, and when you go before, all these more poetic. And then there's so and compared to English, very different. English is just everything sounds the same. And English itself can have very different styles. So in that case, I believe that to use any other language in its proper form, or the form that it was taught to use, it takes time. And therefore, I conclude the reason why some people use English and some people don't in terms of mentality. Because some people like to think fast, so they use some people who slower, they take more time, they like to shift through their arms.